Houston Astros. It is off season. What that means is we got nothing, but we got something. Um, there's actually a lot that happened. 40-man roster update. You gotta update your roster, cut players, DFA them, and all that fun stuff. So as of right now, Houston Astros they traded for Taylor Trammell from the New York Yankees for cash considerations, outfielder. Of course, they DFA'd Oliver Ortega, free agent. Trey Cabbage, he got picked up by the Pirates, I believe. Penn Murphy got picked up, and Seth Martinez got picked up. All three DFA'd, and then of course the one that everybody was complaining about, Jose Urquidy, uh, DFA'd, Tommy John surgery, comes back in late August maybe.
That's
Um,
just an emotional reaction because he's been around. I mean, he could be replaced. I ain't tripping.
yeah, I'm cool with it. Uh, Then you had to keep your players that were 60-day IL, bring them back in. So JP France, Luis Garcia, Christian Javier, Bennett Sosa, and Lance McCullers Jr., Mr. HEB.
Wah, wah,
Um,
wah.
yeah. But the good thing is with the Murphy and Urquidy thing being cleared, they get about 11 million in cap space right now.
That's a good
Um,
chunk of Bregman's money.
yeah. And speaking of Bregman, Dana did talk to the media. He said there have been productive talks, and we hope that some good things happen. I think we have a really good chance. He's been talking to Bregman and Scott Boras, and as of right now, he said he expects him to be an Astro. Now, he said if it changes, somebody throws a big contract at him and he leaves, then he'll address that situation when it's time to come.
I mean, what else can you do? That's the answer I wanted. He's like, I'm gonna try. If I get outbid, it just is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Can't
was gonna say
force
there
him.
ain't nothing we could do if somebody outbids us, pays more money. Like,
Yeah, can't force him to stay. Interesting thing though, he said the Astros are open to trading pitchers for the right price. Nothing is off the table if it makes sense. So people are freaking out because, of course, Framber's name got brought up. You got other
I'm a
players.
Framber fan,
Yeah,
but I ain't freaking the fuck out because let me tell you what I think. If they trade somebody, they may not trade for somebody else to start the season, but they'll do it in the season. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Like when he says pitching, I think that goes back to, of course, what we've said in our last video. Ryan Presley has to get traded.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Like Ryan Presley, the Ryan Presley and Josh Hader thing was terrible. Trade
Yes.
him, leave it to Josh Hader, fill in that bullpen with whatever you need.
Yes.
Let's go to work. Um,
It's very much within the realm of possibility you could trade Presley for nothing and keep Graveman and Neris. So then your four bullpen guys would be Neris, Graveman, Abreu, Hater. It's still fucking dominant.
yeah, there's still guys out there. If you ever wanted to get Stanek or Maton back, which I really don't want to. Um,
I'm a Mayton fan, bro.
yeah.
I fucks with that dude. He's awkward, but
Uh, an interesting thing. So anybody that got a qualifying offer, which was, of course, 13 players, Alex Bregman being one of them. If we were to sign them, um, major implications for us. We would end up losing, I believe, our first round pick and a fifth round pick in the our second and fifth round pick in 2025 draft and forfeit $1 million from the international pool, which is means you can count a lot of these players off of your list, like the who is it? Christian Walker from Arizona Diamondback, Teoscar Hernandez from the Dodgers, Pete Alonso from the Mets. Like,
mm-hmm.
so kind of counts them out. So there should be other people that you want to go after. Yeah. It's interesting. Dana got a lot of. It seems like he's clearing shop though. Like he
Yes.
don't really care. you said in our last video. He don't. Yeah, I didn't have none of this. I don't care.
He's
about
ripping
that.
all the bullshit band-aids off. Like
Yeah.
we band-aided ourselves for like a year and a half, and now he's like, all right, let's clean the wound and get to going.
Yeah. I mean, what moves do y'all think still need to be made? We said Ryan Presley gets traded, of course. I don't trade him for money or trade him or just clear the money off your books or
I don't suspect anything gets done until you know what Bregman does, because you can't spend money until you know what you're about to spend on that. You know, and I suspect he's going to get a little bit more than Altuve, which I'm fine with,
yes.
because you're paying for elite defense and a good average with the bat at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But then I kind of feel like if you don't get Bregman back, then you make a splash ash play. Like, I'm willing to pay for more bad defense if I could get a 40 home run hitter, straight up. At first base, preferably.
Give or take
Yes.
which one you want. Dana Brown did say he spoke as of 7. He was speaking with Justin Verlander's agent on a contract offer.
I told you, bro. Like, I don't fucking hate that, because it's gonna put us if you trade Framber and you bring back JV, you could go to a 6-man rotation and it benefits fucking everybody, except with the exception of somebody like Hunter Brown, because he's a fucking horse and he always wants to play.
Yeah.
So then, let's say you bring Verlander, you trade Framber. Because I mean, you're gonna have to make money somewhere, and if you do feel that you don't want to re-sign him, it's the perfect time to trade him.
Mm-hmm. If you trade, you could do this. You can trade Framber today for prospects, and then re-sign Kikuchi.
Yeah,
and it gives you at least 4 starters, not counting Verlander, because you could easily go Hunter, Christian, Kikuchi, Urquidy. So there's 4. You could throw JV in there. Luis comes back. There's 6. We're good. We Gucci.
what do you do with Blanco? Because he's kind of too good to send back to.
Then I replace Urquidy with Blanco.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'd rather have Blanco than Urquidy.
Fuck, it's tough.
It's not tough. The only reason that I just feel like Ronel Blanco don't have a full year's worth of workload in that arm. That's the only issue I have. Like, your shit is good. You had a good start, but you didn't finish the year good at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I see Ronell as a Dana Brown guy.
For sure.
He vouched for him to get that like a starting spot. So it's like I feel like, even if it's weird, I don't know. The Framber one is a little iffy for me, because as much as I want him gone, I don't think they're gonna trade him unless it's a price that they're like, oh yeah. A guy like that, I do feel they're going to probably move off of his JP France, get some stuff back for him.
I don't think so. There was 2 months straight where the best pitchers in baseball were Framber and Hunter.
Yeah.
I'm talking about they were within hundreds of thousands of points of numbers being different. Framber was just a little bit better. Then there was 1 month where Urquidy fucked the league up, right?
Yeah.
Ronel Blanco had like 5 good starts, though, where we weren't losing. Kikuchi can give you a lot of what Framber gives you, minus the period, right? So he's not going to show up with a tampon in it ever. I can't get rid of JP France because he's got the deepest fucking bag of any pitcher. Like, the dude got 6 or 7 pitches he can reach back and grab. So, I mean, I'm okay with trading Framber if it means I could keep everybody else.
And bring Verlander back. It's kind of like
You remember that joke Kevin Hart had about his daughter with everybody on the top bunk bed, and then she pushed the one girl off because somebody's got to make the executive decision? That's what it reminds me of. It's like, no, we don't want Framber to go. I don't, but if it means keeping our pitching intact, what carried this team the whole year, I wouldn't hate Dana for doing it.
He did also talk about your boy and Caleb's boy, Chas McCormick and Jake Meyers. He said he's
What about him?
keeping them. He said that
I'm okay with that.
He said that he's gonna Chaz, that he had a down year. He's gonna write it off to that. Like, he said that we remember his defense and everything. As far as what's his name, Jake Meyers, I mean, he He talked about how he pretty much. I gave him the early All-Star voting thing and all that, but he had a good month or two where he played well. So
If Jake Meyers didn't bat 220 something and he bat 250 something, it would not even be a question.
yeah,
He'd be the perfect center fielder for Houston.
Yeah, he just got to work on his fucking batting.
He plays defense phenomenally. He steals bases. And he was healthy for the most part this year. Like, I don't really have an issue with it. And again, I'm bringing you fuckers back because you might be the guys that I could trade the middle of the year.
well, somebody getting traded, and Brian Presley, your name is written all over it. As
I actually feel like we're the only people preaching that.
probably.
But when it happens, we're going to be like, I told you. You're a year too late, but I told you.
I mean, everybody wants the Lance McCullers, the Rafael Montero. It's like, who want? If you don't even want that, who the hell in the MLB is gonna want that shit?
Like at some point during the season, Montero's contract is valuable to you to trade because it's expiring.
Yeah.
So I get bringing him back, and I hope that he does half-ass decent, so I can trade your dumbass. Lance, it's just money you spent. You know what I mean?
It's like you bought a lemon. You know?
It's even worse. It's like buying a pair of jeans that don't fit and you threw the receipt out. It's like now they're just sitting in the closet. You know what I mean?
They look nice. They look nice.
In theory, they're dope as fuck, but there's just nothing I could do with them.
3 years ago, I was like, "This is crazy. These were great." Yeah. I mean, you're just gonna have to cut him at this point. I don't know. It feels like fans are so done with Lance at this point. I mean, I don't know one fan that's like, "Yeah."
Nobody.
Let's
Nobody,
bring
buddy.
this guy back. Like, I really don't know any of them. A lot of people feel that Jim Crane does not want to go over the CBT threshold.
I don't give a fuck what he wants.
Well, which is 241. Right now, they'll be at 230. So we got about 11. Got the 11 mil.
Give a fuck.
That's what he sounds like. I mean,
when your World Series window is open, you do what you got to do to put yourself in contention. Straight up.
I agree, but I mean, he did say the window's not closed as long as he's owner. So I mean, Astro fans.
Yeah, so did Jerry Jones.
Yeah, but we got Josh Hader last year, and that threw us for a whirlwind because.
That was divine blessing. Because if Graveman wouldn't have got hurt, we wouldn't have did that.
True. Well, we never know. What if Lance gets hurt and then they trade Framber? Because
Lance is always hurt.
I still think that we have the pitching and the pitching staff, the coaches, that I will never worry about pitching as long as Joshy Miller is our pitching coach. That's why I don't want Verlander to leave because they have a really good understanding of how they attack people.
But I just want Framber traded down. Now that you talked me into it even more, I'm like, yeah, we just trade him.
I'm not saying we should trade him. I'm saying like if it makes sense.
I think we should trade him like now, like tomorrow.
If it makes dollars, it makes sense.
Players that, of course.
Would you trade Framber for Pete Alonso?
In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I'll
There's
pack
your
his
first
fucking
baseman.
bag. I will pack his fucking bag. I will take the day off of work, go to Framber's house, and help him move with my truck if I had to.
I'm not.
Nick really don't like Framber.
I know.
hate Framber, bro. Think about it. Then I can watch every game.
True. The season's, I mean, it's a reset, so I guess you can watch Framber games next year.
I don't want to watch him, though. That's
Now he's going to stick around, so you have to watch him.
He's
going to be our opening day starter, bro.
Disgusting. Well, when he loses the first game of the season to the Yankees or something, I'm just going to sit here. What is it? 11/5/2024. I'm going to write this date down and go back to it and be like, I told y'all so. Mr. Tampon ball shriveled up when the time came. No, what's going to happen is Framber going to come back with a stupid haircut that he got and talk about how great it was and how this offseason he did this and did that. And then start off with like the first inning and they're gonna be like, dang, he's on fire, he's the ace, and then have a shitty third.
But
But
what if Christian Javier comes back and he's the ace? Because he's that guy. He's him.
Yeah,
he's
he
him.
is him. No hitters and all that shit. Yeah, he's that guy. Him and Hunter Brown.
That's why I'm like, I could see them trading Framber because you have Hunter and Christian Javier. I think there's a part of it that wants to see what Javier's arm looks like, but I mean, it's Javier, bro. So I don't worry about it.
I mean, being realistic, you got fucking Christian Javier, Hunter Brown, Luis Garcia behind him, and Spencer Urquidy. If he comes,
if you trade Framber now, I'll guarantee you Kikuchi's coming back.
Yes,
I want Kikuchi to come back.
I want the Kikuchi back.
Coochie on the coochie.
So I would say there's more than a 50% chance that Framber might get traded.
Fine with me.
Hell yeah. Let's go. All right, so Framber, you're getting traded. Maybe Ryan Presley. We're in an adamant consideration that you're getting traded for sure.
Thank God.
That's about it. I don't see anybody else. I was thinking Lance or Chaz, but the way that Dana talked about him, I was like, all right, you're kind of like, nah. They still got to figure out the Dubon situation and all the utility players, but that will be later on.
Yeah, I think there would be some butthurt ass Astros fans if Dubon and Framber left. More so Dubon.
Yeah. Somebody just commented on the Framber picture on Facebook and said trade this head case.
See, yeah, the city's divided on it though. There are people that are like, no, we need to keep him. So I like it. It's good controversy, I feel. We got nothing else.
I like him, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you were to bring another pitcher in, who undoubtedly would be the ace, y'all would not be bitching about Framber because y'all know what his role would be. It's the fact that he's appointed as the ace.
Yes.
Y'all are trying to nip it in the bud when there's no bud to nip.
They said he's our ace. So as of right now, either you get demoted, and I don't want to see you on opening fucking day ever again, or the first game of the playoffs, or they trade you.
Trade.
If we have to keep him and Joe Espada is like, hey, look, Christian Javier is just better than you, I'm going to put him as the ace, then fine. I guess I'll deal with Framber for another year. But I highly
Again, though, like I told you before, I get it that we lost the game that he pitched against the Tigers, but he only gave up 3 runs.
Yeah, but he sucks.
The offense is more so to blame.
Two playoff years in a row, this dude got his nuts taken on national TV. One against the Rangers, and the thing is, it happened even before the Rangers series, and we were like, all right, bro, you're forgiven, we made it. And then the Rangers took your nuts. And then this year we were like, bro, it's Detroit. Like, come on. Like, you sucked for 2 games straight in last year. We're going to forgive it because we don't want to remember that. And then you sucked just as bad. Like, mind you, the offense did suck ass even worse than you, so it kind of helped you look better. But you still suck. The fact that Hunter came out there and dominated them motherfuckers and you couldn't even do that shit, it was like, all right, bro. Something's wrong.
And we still lost that game.
Yeah, that was that.
Because of Presley.
Yeah.
But also the bats left. They left it. They left it on the field.
Presley get traded. I hope you get traded tomorrow.
That boy threw a 56-foot motherfucking curveball. It wasn't even 58. It was fit in front of the fucking home plate, and that sorry fucking catcher of ours had no clue what to do with it.
Bloop.
Who's more aggravating, Yonner or Sengun?
It's tough.
It is tough because recency bias would tell you to say Sengun because we've been watching this jackass for 2 weeks. But there was some point in time where Yonner was on my nerves.
Oh, believe me, we know. For the longest time, that was the number one person Zach hated.
Watching Yonner.
No, it was John Singleton.
Yeah, no. You hated Yonner more than Singleton.
That's not true.
I felt in my heart that you hated him more.
Who, Yonner? No, yeah. So it's a different kind of hate. So it's like Singleton. I hated Singleton because I just felt like you don't belong. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you doing here? And then Yonner, I hated because I was like, I know you're not going to get better at what you're bad at.
True. Well, it makes you feel better. We're stuck with him.
Yeah, because that's a Dana Brown guy right there.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Look, I'm just telling Astro fans, don't be surprised. Y'all are going to be very upset when Dana starts gutting this team more and everything of your favorite players. But trust Dana. I mean, he got you through the whole damn season with freaking multiple pitchers having Tommy John surgery and multiple injuries. I mean, y'all destroyed him for the Joey Loperfido trade for Kikuchi and then wanted to praise him at the very end of it. So calm the hell down. Calm your tits down. Anybody else got anything to add at the end?
No, not yet. I don't have shit to say about the Astros until I find out what happens to Bregman.
We'll be on the lookout. Bregman's the biggest news. I'm pretty sure he'll be one of the major dominoes in the MLB to fall.
I told you in the other video, bro, is you get Bregman, and now we're switching up our agenda. Figure out what happens to Framber. I really, really want a fucking outfielder who can lead off. That's what I want.
Well, don't sound like you're getting that.
I have gathered that from the information you've given me.
Yeah. Maybe he just said that because he knows he wants to trade for that, and he's trying to get teams to buy in on that. Because he was very highly of their accolades, like, oh, he's really good at defense. You know, he was helped big in the World Series. Like maybe he's trying to talk to those people, like, damn, we need that guy, Chazzy boy. We need that guy. I won't be surprised if they get traded, honestly. But look, I'm gonna say, Ryan Presley, you're first on the list. You're getting traded probably sometime this week.
Bye.
And hopefully we get the Framber news. But other than that,
I'm gonna laugh even fucking harder, bro, if you get some Framber news that says he got an extension.
I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. Oh, this is bullshit. All right, Houston. All love. Let us know in the comments what you think. Do we sign Verlander? Do we let him walk? Do we sign Alex Bregman? Do we let him walk? Do we trade Framber and Presley? Do we keep them? Does Forrest Whitley deserve a spot on this 40-man roster? As of right now, he has one. We have 2 spots wasted on Forrest Whitley and Les McCullers. Let that sink in. But other than that, it's all good, Houston. We're out of here.